Hello, my name is Karine Martin. I'm an energy medicine woman. Today we're going to do some belly button therapy, and our topic would be psoriasis. So in traditional Chinese medicine, anything to do with the skin is about our lung qi energy. When you have a lot of dryness, a lot of scaling, a lot of burning, a lot of disharmony on the skin, that can be stomach heat rising up, disturbing the shin or the heart, putting heat in the lungs, creating a yin vacuity, and then it starts erupting on the skin. So what we're going to do today is, my client has her finger in the belly button, so you can do it above your clothes, or you can do it at home and put your finger in your belly button. It doesn't matter what finger you use, it's whatever's the most comfortable for you. I want you really comfortable while you're doing this video. So as I work and I clear energy, I want to make sure that when you take breaths in, that you take the breath all the way into your lower dantian, near your reproductive area or below the umbilicus, and hold it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when you exhale, make sure it's a really long, slow, exaggerated exhale, knowing that whether it's your angels, your guides, source energy, they're going to find other energies and they're going to help release them, just like meridians and channels when you use acupuncture. When we use acupuncture, what we're doing is opening, removing out excess, bringing balance to the yin and yang. We're going to do the same thing here. So I may ask you to take a breath, hold, and release. If you're not on the same inhale or exhale as I'm talking, please complete your cycle however you like. In the end of the video, if you feel you want to keep creating more healing energy for you, just leave your finger in in your belly button, and when you're done, just take that breath in, take a nice exhale, release, and release with gratitude and appreciation. So psoriasis in spiritual response therapy, sometimes could be past lives with skin. It could be, and lungs, because it's a lung energy, which is mental and emotional. We could have had lifetimes where possibly we were buried alive. We could have had lifetimes where maybe there was chemical imbalances or maybe fires with chemical that came in. And sometimes it does come into this current lifetime as struggles possibly you haven't finished in other lifetimes. So set your intention that regardless of what the story is, you don't care. There's no need for your skin to have eruptions. There's no need for your skin to be so sensitive. Just make sure as you breathe in, maybe you breathe in love, you breathe out forgiveness. We don't care what is going on, it makes no difference. But what I want to say is, a lot of it could have come from lifetimes of leprosy. So we're going to clear any and all beliefs. I'm just going to do the infinity sign across the body. Any and all belief systems, whether we're aware of it, unaware of it, whether it's hidden, buried, covered up, we want to clear and cleanse any and all lifetimes of leprosy. Take a breath, breathe in, hold, and breathe out. Any of our DNA, any of our cellular memory that holds on to that pain, that suffering, that sadness, whether it's a belief, perception, and judgment, we want to acknowledge it through our breath and let it go. There's no reason that we have to suffer in this lifetime. So basically what we're doing is saying, I'm aware that my skin is having issues. I'm aware that my body's having a struggle. I'm aware that I have some stagnation here, whether it be mental, emotional, physical, psychological, that when you take a breath in, you just let it out. You may have to do this day in and day out until you start seeing your skin heal. If you're on medication, definitely don't stop your medication until you talk to your primary care physician or your dermatologist to find out if your medication is enhancing your healing or you're healing on your own etherically, and that's between you and your primary care physician. This is just simply energy medicine to help shift the thought process, the feelings, maybe some of the chromosomes and the DNA. The next thing we want to shift is fear. So when we have our finger in our belly button, that's our mother energy, our father energy, our mother's mother and father's energy, and our father's mother and father's energy. So what we want to do is go through lifetimes As I say, the lung is about sadness, grief, fear. Take a breath in. We want to surrender all this pain, all this suffering, all this sadness. We may have taken it on as a contract to heal our family's lineage, maybe the dynamics of your family, but the soul knows now, and your soul may know, that you cannot handle the pain that psoriasis causes on your skin, that it creates humiliation, sometimes suffering, sometimes sadness. You get a lot of frustration. Let's take another breath in and just clear any beliefs, patterns, and judgments that our body no longer wants to hang on to this, and release it. Any mental abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse that you've been creating in your mind, let's breathe in divine love and exhale divine forgiveness, because having itchy skin, having skin that burns, having skin that bleeds and scales, it's not comfortable. So if we have any self-punishment, self-destruction, self-limitation, fear, if we have programs of hate running, there's many types of hate. Let's check our Akashic records, and as you breathe in and let go, I'm going to ask that your guides, source, angels, find any of these programs running, remove them, release them, and let them go. I'm going to ask if these programs keep reprogramming these memories or these feelings. I'm going to ask they stop now. We have the right to ask that things shift in our life, because when we have stagnation on our skin, burning and itching, it just creates a cycle within all our organs, our lungs, our large intestine, our stomach, our spleen, our heart, our small intestine, our kidney, our bladder, Sanjiao triple warmer, liver, gallbladder. It goes from the yin to the yang, and it just flows through all the meridians. And what I'm asking the body to do is to simply stop this cycle of pain, this cycle of suffering, and this cycle of disharmony, all layers, levels, and lifetimes. Take a breath in. Whether you have shame, guilt, resentment, maybe you have issues with mom and dad, I'm going to clear those issues now. I'm going to clear the issues your mom may have had with her mother and father, and your father with his mother and father. And I'm going to ask, anything we've identified, uncovered, maybe there's things we don't know, take a breath in, and when you exhale, I'm going to ask for divine love, divine healing, and divine forgiveness take place. I'm going to ask, in traditional Chinese medicine, itching to an acupuncturist would mean we have some blood stasis or stagnation. So what I'm going to ask is that our spleen start moving the blood. I'm going to ask that our liver and gallbladder clear all programs of frustration, agitation, irritation, and then if our liver and gallbladder aren't moving our energy, all our organs get stuck, just like a little domino. When you push it and one doesn't knock the rest down, same happens in our body. So I'm just going to ask your organs, your tissues, your bones, your blood, start moving and start flowing, as well as the way you think, the way you feel, the way you process. And the most important thing I'd like to say is, if you hear yourself judging yourself, critiquing yourself, or criticizing yourself, I want you to put your hands on your heart and lungs. I want you to take a breath in and breathe out forgiveness. I want you to breathe in love and breathe out forgiveness. One more time, breathe in love and breathe out forgiveness. This is asking the heart wall, the lung walls, to stop reproducing these thoughts, these feelings and emotions, to stop patterns and behaviors. So maybe our skin is scaling, maybe it's flaking. Let's ask that this energy of the lungs and the skin, the bones, the blood, let go. Take a breath in. Let go of all this itching, all this scaling. Let's ask the feeling of clawing our skin, the shedding. Let's let's ask that that be acknowledged, released, and cleared. And then think about things when you were a child. Maybe you itched a lot. Maybe things in life caused you disharmony and you couldn't process it. Well, let's give your body permission to go back into childhood and forgive people and ourselves of times when it was challenging, difficult, painful. Maybe we didn't agree with maybe the way we were disciplined or the way they loved us or the way we communicated. Let's clear those blocks now. And because we have our finger in our belly button, I'm going to call on your mother's energy, your father's energy, to let go of some of this pain, suffering, and sadness, as well as guilt, toxic shame. Take another breath, and when you release out, just let it go. I'm going to ask that any trauma, any tragedy, any toxic shame stored in this body that she may have inherited from her mother, her father, their ancestors, I'm going to ask that all this cellular memory be identified, acknowledged, flow freely to remove from all the internal organs, through the root chakra, the sacral chakra, solar plexus, the heart, the throat chakra, the third eye, and the crown chakra, and to clear and release, to clear and release, and to stop reprogramming. Take another breath. Let's clear the belief that because we have these skin issues, our body's disfigured. Let's clear the belief because we have some of these skin issues that maybe visually we don't feel beautiful, we don't feel pretty, we don't feel lovely, we get disgusted with ourselves, we get humiliated. Let's go ahead and cleanse from the bottom of the feet, through every cell, every atom of this body, and release all the energy from front to back, top to bottom, left to right, from yin to yang. And then we're going to pull the heaven energy, the earth energy, and clear. So what I want you to do is take a few more slow breaths in, hold, and then a nice slow release. Every time you take a breath in and release, I'm hoping you feel your body sink more and more into the bed. What you should feel is calmer, more relaxed, and as the video ends, you can replay it over and over. But at this moment, you can just do your breathing, just slowly breathing in love, exhaling forgiveness, and any blaming and shaming we've done through our lifetime to ourselves, to family members, to friends, to co-workers. Let's go ahead and stop that cycle of blaming and shaming and just be in our body, doing the things we're doing, and be okay with what we're experiencing, because we came to experience. If you don't love what you're experiencing anymore, identify it, name it, breathe it in, and let it go. Please like and subscribe. Again, my name is Kareen Martin.